Welcome back to the second video in this series of the Crimson Harvest 2024 edition. So now I'm going to show you the Tetrimon base. It's the same ship, Tempest fleet issue, that I explained in the previous video. Same fit, except for the low slot I added a kinetic resistance hardener instead of the explosive hardener, because I noticed in the Tetrimon base there is a bit more kinetic damage fired at you. So let's warp to the site and see how things go. There we have it. So not a lot of enemies, but you see I am moving towards the shortcut gate. So the reason being, the second room in the Tetrimon base adds nothing new. It is more of the same. So if you have the opportunity to take it directly to the final room, then use it. Watch out though, if you click on the gate and want to activate it, you consume a key. So spam clicking will consume a lot of keys. So don't waste your keys with this stupid maneuver. And then back to the enemies. So I will show you some profiles later in the video, but they have a classic resist profile. So that is a little bit of a difference with the Crimson Gauntlet sights. So weak EM in the shields, weak point in explosive armor. There are a few ships that do not follow this pattern, but I don't know why that is, but just most of them have the classic resist profile. That means that any damage type that you use will work. Now I use EMP. I prefer to deal EMP damage or EM damage because yeah, it's a Minmatar ship and this is the kind of ammo that I prefer to use. And here we are at the final cruiser. Things get more interesting in the third room, because that is in the Tetrimon base. The third room is the most dangerous room. I find the Tetrimon sites more difficult than the Crimson Gauntlet sites, and I think you will see why very soon. So here I'm a bit cautious. Click or activate only once. There we go.
Warp drive active.
Yes, and of course reload whilst you are warping to the site. In the Tetrimon sites you must put more emphasis on targeting or designing or assigning priorities. I first do the cruisers and I keep the frigates for last, but there is one frigate that I want to get rid of as soon as possible because they are target painting, and that deals, or removing these rats will seriously reduce the damage that you take. So I have two heretics here, shoot them first. And then the next priority is the curse, because the curse, you see how much E-War is going on. There's even tracking disrupting, there's missile guidance disrupting. I don't think it was that bad last year, but the Omen is the one that tracking disrupts me, and my fit has a serious problem with the tracking disrupting because my range standard is 24 kilometers, and if there's more than one curse on the field, I'm not even reaching to the curses. So I might have to unload the tracking script, so I have a little bit more range. But first the curses, and then the other cruisers. Now, normally the augurs are priority because those are the logi ships, and they are very good at it. So you remove them first. But in my particular case, and for my particular fit, first the curse, and then the augurs, and then the other frigates, with the exception of the heretic, which must be taken out first. So let's see, this is the most dangerous room, because this is the room where you can have multiple spawns together. And on one instance I even got 3 spawns. So 2 waves, and then the third wave is the boss. The boss is a pretty tough guy. I consider him as an extra wave, but you will see in the video that my tank is seriously tested, but you can do something about it. So let's see when this frigate is down. Yeah, it was pretty fast because the rats take time to spawn the next wave. Here they come. There's another heretic. So priority number 1. Take out the target painters. This time there is no curse, so the augur is priority. And again, for targets beyond 10 kilometers, use the Grappler. Reducing the speed a little bit helps with dealing the damage, because I cannot use the drones. Yeah, the Tetrimon sights the boss is surrounded by escorts, and they target your drones way too fast. Your drones in the Tetrimon sites are pure decoys. It's not even needed to bring Tech 2 drones in a Tetrimon site. And the Oracle, yeah, that's also a great priority, because that guy deals a lot of damage and it's pure EM. So your ship, best way to protect it is to have an Omni tank, but with the emphasis on EM. Think now, show info, you see 100% EM damage. And then the classic resist profile, but the differences in the armor are not so pronounced. So that's another proof that any damage type will work. And now we get rid of that omen. It is a little bit slow, even though it doesn't have a lot of resistances, or not more than the others. Yes, and this Crusader, see, same thing. Okay, I reload here because the frigates, you can lock them up, but by the time they are locked up, my ammo is reloaded. Again, a heretic and 2 curses, and there's the boss. So I don't have a prop mod, so I cannot orbit the boss to mitigate the damage, because I know if you can orbit the boss and you have your full speed with an afterburner, you mitigate a lot of damage from the boss, but I have to take all the damage. Now here I make a little mistake. I don't use faction ammo. I should do. And the drones, I took them out just for showcasing. So as long as they orbit my ship, they are not targeted by the reds, but once you give the command to attack, they will target them. So let's see when that happens. This video is also a showcase for the damage output. I have around 700 DPS with the guns only, but I'm not using any bonuses. So you can improve with, for example, abyssal mods. I don't like to put faction mods on it, but it is possible. I don't use boosters, no implants, no drugs. And here I am going deep into armor, but the boss comes close enough. I don't have to shoot the curses to get my range. And that's the thing with this site. Once you see here the profile, armor profile, it's almost equal for all 4 damage types. So that's another reason to use EM. And you see nice bounties on these rats. Use a tractor beam in case someone wants to steal your wreck. And I brought a Salvager. And here, okay, standard loot. But I found a faction warp disruptor in one of these sites, so you can hit the jackpot. It's rare, but it is possible. So let me know what you think about it. Would you use this ship, or can I improve? It is an alpha-friendly ship. That's something I want to emphasize. Thanks very much.